Alright, imagine this. You've been crushing it in your Questrade TFSA, those growth stocks are popping, and you're thinking, man, I should really pump up my RRSP before the contribution deadline. But then, the dreaded question hits you, can I even move money between these accounts? Or am I stuck with a clunky, time-consuming process? Sound familiar? You're not alone. Navigating the world of investment accounts can feel like trying to decipher an ancient scroll. We're bombarded with acronyms, regulations, and the constant fear of making a costly mistake. Today, we're going to demystify one of the most common questions Questrade users have, transferring funds between accounts. Let's be real, you're not just looking for a simple yes or no. You want to understand the how, the why, and, most importantly, the what's in it for me. You want to know if it's going to cost you, if it's going to take forever, and if there are any sneaky tax implications lurking in the shadows. So, buckle up, because we're diving deep into the world of Questrade account transfers. First, let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, you absolutely can transfer funds between your Questrade accounts. Whether you're moving cash, securities, or even a combination of both, Questrade offers the functionality to make it happen. But, and this is a crucial but, it's not always a straightforward process. To understand the nuances, we need to break down the different types of transfers. We're not talking about sending money to your buddy for pizza night. We're talking about moving assets within your investment portfolio. 1. Cash transfers. This is the simplest form of transfer. You're moving actual cash from one Questrade account to another. For example, you might want to move cash from your non-registered account to your TFSA to take advantage of tax-free growth. The good news is that cash transfers are usually pretty quick. In most cases, they can be completed within 1 to 2 business days. You can initiate these transfers directly through your Questrade account platform, usually under the Transfers or Funding section. However, there are a few things to keep in mind. First, make sure you have sufficient funds in the originating account. Questrade won't let you overdraft, and attempting to transfer more than you have will result in a rejected transfer. Second, be aware of any potential holds or restrictions on your accounts. If you've recently made a deposit, there might be a hold period before you can transfer those funds. 2. Securities transfers. This is where things get a bit more complex. Securities transfers involve moving stocks, bonds, ETFs, or other investment products between your accounts. For example, you might want to transfer shares of a specific stock from your RRSP to your TFSA. Securities transfers can be a bit more time-consuming than cash transfers. They typically take a few business days, and in some cases, even longer, depending on the type of security and the complexity of the transfer. One of the key considerations with securities transfers is the in-kind transfer. This means you're transferring the actual securities themselves, rather than selling them and transferring the cash proceeds. In-kind transfers can be advantageous because they allow you to maintain your investment positions without triggering a taxable event in a non-registered account. However, it's crucial to understand the tax implications of transferring securities between different account types. For example, transferring securities from a non-registered account to a TFSA is considered a deemed disposition. This means you'll be treated as if you sold the securities at their fair market value, which could result in a capital gain or loss. 3. Account type considerations. The type of accounts you're transferring between plays a significant role in the process and the potential implications. TFSA to TFSA. Transfers between TFSAs are generally straightforward. You can move cash or securities without triggering any immediate tax consequences. However, it's important to understand the contribution room implications. Withdrawing from a TFSA does not immediately restore your contribution room. You'll have to wait until the following calendar year to recontribute the withdrawn amount. RRSP to RRSP, similar to TFSAs, transfers between RRSPs are typically tax-free. However, withdrawals from an RRSP are considered taxable income. Non-registered to TFSA/RRSP, as mentioned earlier, transferring securities from a non-registered account to a registered account, TFSA or RRSP, is a deemed disposition. You'll need to report any capital gains or losses on your tax return. TFSA/RRSP to non-registered, transferring funds from a registered account to a non-registered account is considered a withdrawal. Withdrawals from TFSAs are tax-free, but withdrawals from RRSPs are taxable income. LIRA/LIF to RRSP/RRIF, transfers from locked-in retirement accounts, LIRAs, or life income funds, LIFs, to RRSPs or registered retirement income funds, RIFs, are subject to specific regulations and restrictions. It's crucial to consult with a financial advisor or Questrade representative before initiating these types of transfers. How to initiate a transfer? Now that we've covered the different types of transfers and account considerations, let's talk about how to actually initiate a transfer on Questrade. Log into your Questrade account. Navigate to the Transfers or Funding section. Select the Internal Transfer option. Choose the originating and destination accounts. Specify the amount or securities you want to transfer. Review the details and confirm the transfer. Questrade may require you to provide additional information or documentation, depending on the type of transfer and the accounts involved. Ultimately, the decision to transfer funds between your Questrade accounts should be based on your individual financial situation and investment objectives. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.